Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. It is the LASNAI tournament, day 3 here on the Onondaga Nation. I am Steven Stamp, bringing you this contest between LCC Radotin in the red with black shorts going left to right, and Blue Goose wearing their black jerseys today with the blue and white accents. Derek Downs has the ball. There's a pass. First shot in the first goal. What a rip by Peyton Cormier. And just like that, it's 1-0, 10 seconds into the game. 8 seconds, actually, the first goal comes. Blue Goose getting a boost from having Travis Tunstall on the bench, in from Dallas, Texas. He arrived about 7:30 and is manning a door, the O door. LCC gets the ball. Matej Barak was down low. Prohashka over to Dominik Pesek. Pesek passes down low and hits Kostel in the head, but Prohashka picks it up. There's a cutter. Pesek scores, beats Bill Barosa in net for Blue Goose. Great give and go. And it is 1-1, less than a minute into the game, the first half. And I am joined by Cecil Jacobs. Between us, we weigh, I'm saying 550 or so?
Yeah, up there.
I'm about 280.
Yeah, I'm around 250.
Okay, so 530.
Yeah.
My math was a little off.
Yeah.
Cecil Jacobs, goaltender for the Young Guns, just had a crushing overtime loss. A great game, though.
Yeah. That team was pretty solid. They had a lot of runners in there. We just couldn't amount to coming in overtime, and we just got tired too quickly.
Yeah. Radotin battling for ball. Looks like Vimmel is going to get it, but Matthew Lee, nobody can pick it up. Eventually, it's still loose, bouncing around, and grabbed by Martin Hodania. Hodania will slow things down. Radotin will set up. 1-1 as we are 2 minutes into the game here. Dominik Pesek carrying on the far side. Blue Goose a little short on runners today. Radotin with their full complement as usual. They take this very seriously. Dominik Pesek goes to the net, scores. Beautiful job. Just whips around Tyler Campbell to the net. Wings one in far side.
That was a very nice attempt and cut right to the net and had a nice dive at the net.
Pesek is very solidly built, but he's got that quick first step right and get underneath you. Did you face Radotin in this tournament?
Pardon?
Did you face Radotin in this tournament?
No, we didn't.
There's 21 teams. Obviously, you play 6 games. You're not going to play everybody.
One guy I don't see out here for Blue Goose is Riley Hutchcraft.
He is not here. He had to go to a friend's wedding.
Oh.
Big difference.
Yes.
So Bill Barosa in net. That could be a huge difference. Bill Barosa has been a very good goalie, but he's not necessarily in his prime as Riley Hutchcraft is coming to. Barosa will pounce on that one. The Czechs pull it out from under his stick, but it is picked up by the Blue Goose. You can pull the ball out from under a goalie's stick if it's outside the crease, not inside. You can reach in and take the ball if it's inside, but not from under the stick. Jakob Marish with the outlet pass to Iji Kostel. That is picked off, though. And Jordan Getz is going to go the other way. We're going to check some of these numbers, make sure we've got everybody on here. But I believe that was Jordan Getz, number 12. There's the pass over to the far side. Oh, they try and cut through to the middle, but it's knocked down, scooped up by Hodania, who lobs ahead for Malinovsky. He can't quite handle the pass, but Polak gets it. What a play by Miroslav Polak to just grab that ball as it kind of ran the length of the stick of Malinovsky away from him.
The Czechs transition game is probably the best one here, other than the Thompsons.
Yeah, the Thompsons are pretty good when you have Dane Smith running.
Yes.
There's a lot of good running teams, though, here. Mm-hmm. Different, I mean, like watching your team, the Young Guns, you guys like to pass up in transition, get one guy ahead and throw it up. A lot of teams like to run it. The Czechs, I find, tend to run the ball forward in waves. Vimala battling there with Bam Smitheram. And they're saying Nick Coyne scored the first goal for Blue Goose on the sheet. I actually thought it was Peyton Cormier. We're going to check that. Love to give my buddy Nick Coyne some credit. He just got here from Texas as well. But I'm pretty sure it was Peyton Cormier. There's a shot, the save by Baroza. Scooped up, Blue Goose. Nice job to clear it. And there's the man ahead. That's Getz. All alone on Marsh. Oh, simple little shot. Gets Marsh going to the right and just tucks into the top left corner. Too many men penalty was coming against Radotin. It looks like, I think I saw Kevin Forrester waving off the penalty. The goal, of course, nullifies that, and it's 3-2. Blue Goose pulls back within one. That was, it was Jordan Getz getting that. It looks so simple when you see a guy break in and the goalie cuts a bit to his right. Here's a chance. Kostka scores! Almost the exact same spot. And I was going to say, you see a goalie with a player running in, moves one way, and the ball goes back the other. Obviously, that's the goal when you're trying to make you move, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tough, actually, when you're a goalie because you get good players like in that last game, Blaze Raridan, and he was going towards the far side, then he cut back short side, and there's not really much you could do about that.
Peyton Cormier tries to pull it out. Vimala, though, is matching number 27. Will take control. Pops out of his stick, though. Cormier tries to rake it. Vimala comes up with it. Kostka. They're going to slow things down. Derek Downs there on defense. Blue Goose actually has a pretty solid bench. Their coach, Frank Lachowski, was saying he thought he only had about 10 runners, but looks like they've filled things out a bit. Oh, nice pass from the middle, but Matej Barak can't quite handle it. Peshek is there. Baroza out of his crease. Now he's going to run back in. Unorthodox style, heading that far out. Usually Loskot goes to Peshek. It's too late. The shot clock expires. We had one goalie a couple times. It was John Wan from Nashville. A couple times ran out to try and check guys. Yeah. Both times it resulted in goals. I mean, it's seldom a good idea to run out and be a checker. I mean, he was running out to like the second volleyball court. Derek Downs, hard pass across. Matthew Lee trying to break down Malinowski. Bounces one. Marish just gets a foot on it. Lee is going to go and get the ball back, but it's knocked away from him. Still on the floor. Jipai almost had it, but Downs is going to get it. Jipai touched it, which takes away the over and back. That's kind of the worst of both worlds. For Radotin, Downs gets a shot, but Marsh stops it. There's an outlet pass to Malinowski. It gets away from him. He's going to try and track it down. Nobody's going to go and contest him. Pass over to Popia. Prohaska cutting through the crease. Popia holds on, waits for the offense. Now he's going towards the net. Tries to get over to Kostel, who will just swat it ahead. Loskot can't get it. And here goes Adam Kostka. Oh, sorry. Here goes Phil Burns the other direction. Hands it off to Getz. Shot from the outside. That's right up into the rafters. Actually hit a light. You can see it swinging, and it'll be Radotin ball. We're already over halfway through this first half. Pass ahead. Caught by Kostka. He'll wait. Hands it to Peshek. Drives down the middle, looking for the give and go, but they go to Kostka. Skipped off his sticker. He had a chance. Loskot. Matej Barak tries a bouncer that goes up. Saved by Kostel from going over and back, though. Barak has another chance. Goes to Kostka. Give and go and just bounces off Barak's stick. Kostka gets it. 4 seconds to shoot. He's just going to fling it. He's going to roll it into the corner.
A lot of guys on the bench for this game.
Yeah, Radotin has their full complement. I mean, they come from the Czech Republic, right? Yeah. They're not going to miss any games. They're very committed. This is a good portion of their national team, and they do take these tournaments very seriously. They don't get a ton of chances for competition, so they love being a part of this. Oh, nice little move. Cormier comes in, shoots, save Marish. What a recovery. Looked like Cormier had him going. There's Downs trying to duck underneath. Hard shot, nice far shot. Corner. Is that good? Yes, we see the goal sign. I was waiting to see an indication, and it got in just in time. That was Casey Rich bouncing one. 4-3. They come back within a goal.
Nice play shot right there.
Using the screen right around the corner, just inside the post, past the foot. So tough, right, when they fire past your foot down low when you don't get a chance to see it till late. Smitheram and Vimala once again lining up. They're in a bit of a stalemate. Vimala working. Smitheram's just kind of easing his way down onto the ball. It pops out. Oh, it goes, ball pops loose. Prohaska will grab it. And he's getting banged into there by Tyler Campbell. Gets a whack. Prohaska looks at the ref. Now the penalty's coming.
Oh, a little bit of rough
Coach
stuff going
Dal
on.
gets in. Campbell looked like he was just waiting to try, see what it would take to draw a penalty. I know the Czechs play a very physical but clean game, and I know teams do try to get them off their game by being rough, playing aggressive with them, and it can work. Honestly, it can get them a little messed up. It's a bit of a breeze in here.
Yeah. It's colder today.
That was actually referee Rob was blowing on the backs of my legs. Dominic Peshek sets up on the top of the power play. Nice freeway passing play. Peshek to Barach to Popya, back to Peshek, and taps it in. Third of the game for Peshek, and man, he is such a shooter. 5-3, they go ahead. We're going to see a different face-off man here. A little bit of a chat between the officials. But it looks like Tomas Jipai will be in the face-off circle for Radotin. Still Smitheram for Blue Goose. The ball's left there on the turf, swatted out, and Barach comes up with it. Oh, nice little fake, but then he waits a little bit too long, and Jipai is swallowed up. Bill Barosa is hot after that ball somehow found its way into the net. I didn't even see how that got in. There was a lot of traffic. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, the shot went. The goalie tried to play it up, and he misplaced it. Got in the feet. Guy reached in the crease, put it right by him.
There you go. I'm Stephen Stamp with Cecil Jacobs. We have 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Radotin 6, Blue Goose 3. It was Tomas Jipai who came up with that one. Just over a minute after Peshek's hat-trick goal, and Jipai another face-off, and he gets the win on the violation by Bam Smitheram. He'll hand it off to Prohaska. No, he's going to lob it over top to Yuji Loshkot. Loshkot runs around the top. Chased by Getz. Gets the shot off. It goes wide. They're going to say, what did hit Barosa, so there's a reset. Fresh 30. Oh, nice. Beautiful diving tuck goal by Loshkot, who saw it there, and you could tell his eyes got wide.
These Czechs are very athletic.
They are. They all move well. They get around the floor. They use their quickness well. Their athleticism. I mean, they don't play a wild game. They play kind of a contained system game. But boy, when they get a chance to go, they can go. Jipai and Smitheram again. Smitheram looking up at the official. Pulled out, and another win for the Czechs. Jipai with Kostel shoots. Picked up by Kostel, scores right on top of the crease. Barosa made the initial save, but Kostel is right there to tap it home, and he's going to go for a break after that face-off to bring out another group of another ball team. Back to 27s at the face-off dot. Jakub Vimala and Peyton Cormier. Czechs come up with it. Popya takes a big hit from Campbell. Oh, and then a slash. Here's Peshek. Shoots. Goes wide. Nick Coyne tracking down Vimala. A little early. I think he's going to get a checking from behind penalty. Hard shot. Doesn't quite get in. Barosa just managed to pull it in.
a bench minor there also.
So Nick Coyne going for a minute for cross-checking. The half's going to end. Bam Smitherin will go and serve the bench minor. And Nick Coyne has gone to the bench. He's not convinced that he got a penalty. We're going to take a quick break. It's 8-3 for LCC Radotin. I'm Steven Stamp with Cecil Jacobs. We'll be back from the LASNAI in Onondaga. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. We're heading to the second half, and the Czech Republic's LCC Radotin with an 8-3 lead and a huge advantage here as it is 5-on-3. Nick Coyne took a penalty for cross-checking when he got there, as I mentioned, a little early on Vimola before he could get the ball. And then they took a bench penalty as well. I didn't hear what that was for, so that means they are down. And if it was the same player that took the penalty, then he gets consecutive. So at least it's 5-on-4 for him. It's 5-on-3 because it was a bench minor. So they're both in there. Jipai will go take the face-off. Used to seeing Vimola take most of them. Matthew Lee goes out and gets the ball. That's huge. And then gets away from the double team. He's got 3 red jerseys around him now. Lee using his elusiveness to avoid getting caught by the restraining line. Comes back around. Now the ball is out. It looked like it was out. And Lee actually got it back in his stick, but eventually it's taken away. That was some great work by Matthew Lee. Played for the Oakville Rock this summer. Now he's wearing an Oakville Titans jersey as the Blue Goose are using the Titans shirts. Shorts too, I would think. Baraka's up high as the safety outlet. Popia and Peshek, the righties. The ball is loose, and they're going to say Czech player went through the crease and then played the ball. So Blue Goose gets it. 10 seconds left on the 2 minors. Derek Downs has to get over center. Makes it. Blasts through, no problem. Goes past Polak. Derek Downs with a great run to work all the way down the floor. Misses the shot, but they do retain possession. The ball in the stick of Tyler LeBlanc. Back down to Downs. Coyne comes out of the penalty box, cuts through the middle. Cuts again, gets the ball. Has it knocked away. Here goes Miroslav Polak. Polak hands it off. Prohashka on the far side. Coyne tips it away. Great defensive play by the Texan. I know it's a big thrill for Nick Coyne to be here playing at the Onondaga Nation Fieldhouse. What a great facility. Hodania trying to check. There's some help from Malinovsky. Couple of fakes. LeBlanc rips it over the top of the net. They get it back. Casey Rich going to the net. Puts his shoulder down. He stepped on the crease. He's arguing that he wasn't in the crease. I'm not sure how he would know. There was a lot of red jersey around him, and it's tough to see your feet when that happens. I get accused of being on the crease in my old guys league sometimes, and I'm like, no. And then I look and I'm like, yeah, okay. But I've got size 15 feet.
Yeah, size
right?
15 doesn't really help.
No, makes it really hard. Sometimes I try to argue it's just my toes, and that should be like, I should be allowed that because that makes it more like for everybody else. Nice job by Jamal Shears to run through traffic. But the Blue Goose guys are doing some impressive individual performances, but really need to get the whole team clicking here. Barak on the run. He's turned aside by Bill Barosa. Blue Goose with numbers. Shot and a goal. That just squeaked through as Travis Getz just goes over the top, high to low, and I think it went 5-hole on Jakob Marish. Three minutes into the second half. I've talked about Jakob Marish had such a coming out summer. He was fantastic at the European Championships as the Czech Republic won a silver medal, losing a thrilling final game to Israel by 1 goal. And depending on what happens in these games, we could actually see an LCC Radotin Gold Star Tel Aviv matchup later in the day, which would be kind of a rematch of the European Championships, as again, most of the Czech national team on this Radotin club and several Israeli national team players playing for Gold Star Tel Aviv. Polak hands it off. Koshka is just hanging out behind it, and now he throws it out to Peshek. Peshek scores his 4th of the game on the run back against the grain. Perfect spot.
There's a lot of talent here on every team.
There really is. It seems like the talent level this year to me has risen from last year's tournament. You weren't here last year, were you?
No, I was not.
No. Well, you were 14 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone who's not aware, Cecil Jacobs, goalie for the Young Guns team, is 15 years old, turned 16 in November, was the goalie for the First Nations team or the Iroquois Nationals. What's it called at the Canadians?
First Nations.
First Nations team at the Canadian National Championships. You won a bronze medal?
Yep. Against BC.
Beating BC in the bronze medal game. And, of course, the category where Alberta had a historic win beating Ontario in the final. Blue Goose gets the turnover, drives in, saved by Marish, and then he winds up with the ball. Koshka checked closely by Cormier. Bimala takes it. Will hand it off to Barak and head to the bench. Kostal. Yuji Kostal. Toe drag, shoots off the far post. Bounced past Prohaska. He had an open net to tap it into. Kostal comes up with it. One hand fling Prohaska. He can't quite handle it. Now he's got it. They're going to settle things down. It's very scrambly stretch there. And the Czechs do like to play with some decorum. There's Peshek. Shot misses. Comes back to him. He's going to score on that. There's no way. I'm trying to think of a goalie in this tournament or anywhere in the world who stops Dominic Peshek twice when he has the ball bounce right back out to him and the defenders can't get on him. You got to do more than nod, though.
Yeah.
9:15 to go here in the second half. It is now 9-4. Radotin, or wait, that's 10-4 actually. Peshek got the last goal as well. So that's going to be 5 for him. Showing the form that has earned him renown around the lacrosse world. And a little pushing and shoving after the play. So Petr Popia and I think Bam Smitheram will head off to the box. That means Peyton Cormier is going to take the face-off for Blue Goose, and he wins it. He might have himself a new job. Gets it ahead to Downs. Downs has, he had a man with him, LeBlanc. It's going to be a loose ball push. Downs, backpedaling, circling around, Getz trying to open up some space for him. Backside to Lee. Mate Barak does a nice job picking him up. Lee shovel pass. Behind the back, Getz, beautiful shot. Jordan Getz, that's a dandy to bounce it through Marish.
He had Marish leaning, and then that perfect backhand just beat him 5-hole.
We're nearing the midway point of the second period, the second half. Again, running time, 15-minute halves. The final 2 minutes, as long as the game is still close, will be stop time. Vimala and Cormier again, as the banished players still sitting in the box for another minute for the rest of their 1-minute penalties. This time it's left on the floor. Everyone fighting for it. Downs tried to pull it out. And it is Lushkot that comes up with it. Malinowski shoots through the legs. Oh, Bill Barosa spins and lands on the ball on the goal line. What a save. Pass ahead to Downs. Tries to run by Hodanya. Downs big and strong. According to his Coquitlam Adenak's helmet from when he helped them win the Minto Cup last year in 2016. Kostka takes the ball. Lushkot is the 5th Radotin player out on the offense. They go to Kostel. Barak covered well by Jamal Shears. Barak tries to cut through. Shears stays with him. A bounce shot from the outside comes straight back out to Lushkot. His behind-the-back pass is wild into the corner. And Kostka will just try and let one rip. He misses the net, and Blue Goose gets it back. They trail 10-5. 6.5 to go here in the second half.
I think losing Riley Hutchcraft is a big loss for these guys.
Oh, I mean, he's such a good goaltender and really rising. Just drafted 30th overall by the Toronto Rock this year. He has a year left of Junior A, but had a huge season helping the Mimico Mountaineers reach the Minto Cup this year. And he has been a solid backbone of this team. Peyton
Nice
Cormier,
shot.
what a drive to the net. Backs his man in, spins and shoots, and that is just a power move. Very much a power forward play, and now the penalized players are released from the box. I think they must have had 3 minutes each because they were in there for a while. Yeah, it looks like just a minute, but looks like Jipai is having a bit of a chat with Bob Hollingsworth, the official. Peyton Cormier is just waiting. Here we go. Frank Lachowski is getting livid on the Blue Goose bench. They're down by 5, trying to make a comeback, and the seconds are ticking away. Back-to-back goals for Blue Goose from Getz on the back end, and then Cormier. Oh, but Dominic Peshek responds with his 6th of the game.
He's playing outstanding.
Oh, he's been spectacular. Sorry, his 5th of the game, that is, for Peshek. Still not bad. Jipai and Cormier staying out there. Smithrow and Vimola haven't returned to the faceoff dot. And Cormier almost had another win, and he will get it. Great job by Cormier. Some faceoff wins, the big goal. Ball still bouncing loose. It's picked up by Matej Barak, playing in transition for the Czechs. Tries to hit Kostal coming off the bench. Peshek is there behind him to pick it up. It's like a backup in baseball where there's a player behind the base. Oh my goodness, and Peshek saved the possession for them and then finishes it with his sock trick. 6 goals for the mighty Dominic Peshek. I don't see any socks flying from the stands. You got some on? You want to throw those out? They'd be too big for him anyway.
Yeah.
You wear 15s as well?
Pardon?
You wear 15s as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not easy to get, are they?
No, you gotta.
I got
You gotta
these
order
sweet
them online.
Nikes though. They gave it to me as part of the sponsor package for coming down and doing the games, and I got some really cool ones because they didn't have the other ones they gave everyone else in a 15. So we're special. Barak trying to fight his way through, gets it to Lushkot, who loses the ball, comes out to Popia. Nice catch by Kostal, but he can't get the pass through, and it's scooped up there by
Odd man
Smithrow.
rush.
It was, and now it's a 3-on-3, but then the man comes off the bench, and then the pass is high, and That was just a bit of a mess from the start for Blue Goose. And here comes Malinowski. Talked about their transition game. We don't often see Malinowski running, but he does it to perfection there.
Two and a half minutes left, 13-6.
Radotin, when they're clicking, they're such a precision machine. And it's interesting because you see, sometimes, I was talking yesterday about how sometimes they get a little scrambled. They don't maintain their poise. When they just play their game, they are so good and such a joy to watch. There's Prohaska. Hodania tries to make the pass across. Baroza will jump on it. And, not taking anything away from Bill Baroza, but, he's a substantially older goalie.
He's coming out.
He's way out. Hodania to Prohaska, who'll bounce it in. And Baroza tried to get the ball, kind of took himself, ran out of his crease, and you could see he realized when he dropped it, I'm in now.
Yeah.
It's in for a penny, in for a pound. He figured he better get out and try and get it, and it did not work out. But, Bill Baroza, who does a lot of work to help Team Israel, and, terrific lacrosse player and lacrosse supporter, but as we said, he's not Riley Hutchcraft approaching his prime.
There's a lot of very good goalies here. Because look at the Syracuse Stingers. They have two very amazing goalies in Chase Martin and Mike Thompson.
Well, Scott Barry's one. Yeah, they split time today. And terrific job. Chase Martin, just signed by the Rochester Nighthawks, is a real up-and-comer. And Mike Thompson, who retired several years ago now, was the MVP of the 2012 Mann Cup. And we were talking about Herbie John and I were talking about how good he still is.
Yeah.
Like, he can still play, right?
He's got some age, but he's still got some skill.
Yeah.
Also, the Frog Pond team, Brenner Jacobs and Warren Hill, that's a very good combo.
Yeah. Yeah, great to see Brenner Jacobs playing. I was talking to him yesterday. It's been 3 years since he put the pads on. He's still a tremendous young goalie. There's another chance and another goal.
That was a perfect shot.
Martin Hodania. And the Czechs are playing a bunch of defensive players up front late in the game, and they're excited. The idea is to not, pile it on, not pour on, not run up the score, but the defenders are excited. They're going to put the ball in the net. I would, too, if I was a defender and I got a chance to shoot. If I'm Martin Hodania, I put that in the net every time. 3 seconds to go, 2 seconds. They kind of go through the pretending that they're going to take the face off. That will do it. 16-6, the final score for LCC Radotin over Blue Goose. I'm Steven Stamp, Cecil Jacobs. Our first game together. How'd you enjoy it?
Yep. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to thank LaxAllStars for letting me do this, and Steven Stamp for letting me join you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you on. I know you rushed over because you played the last game, and you've actually dried off a bit. You were pretty sweaty when you got out here, or straight from the shower, so you're a little dripping still. But appreciate you coming out. Thanks so much, and we're going to wrap things up, and we'll be back with lots more lacrosse here at the LASNAI.